Among the many things he's been called, blunt, pathetic, calculating, the one thing Michael Wolff has never been described as is boring. A provocateur and media polemicist, Wolff has a penchant for stirring up an argument and pushing the facts as far as they'll go, and sometimes further than they can tolerate, according to his critics. He has been accused of not just recreating scenes in his books and columns, but of creating them wholesale. That's some context for Wolff's most explosive bit of reporting to date, a scathing new book, Fire and Fury, Inside the Trump White House, describing dysfunction and infighting in Donald Trump's presidential campaign and the first year of his presidency, replete with damning criticism of Trump from within his inner circle. According to an unauthorized report in the Guardian newspaper and a lengthy excerpt in New York Magazine, Wolff portrays Trump and his closest aides as astonished by his electoral victory in 2016, and wholly unprepared for office. Trump, he reports, had no idea who former House Speaker John Boehner was when Roger Ailes, a campaign advisor, recommended him as chief of staff. Top advisors and allies doubted the president's intelligence and openly mocked him. But Wolff's sharpest revelations concern comments attributed to Steve Bannon, Trump's campaign chairman and former White House chief strategist. In on-the-record interviews with Wolff, Bannon called a meeting between the Trump campaign's top advisors and Russian representatives in mid-2016 treasonous and unpatriotic, furthering the narrative of Trump's harshest critics. Bannon also warned that special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into alleged Russian collusion will focus on money laundering and the Trump family's dealings with Deutsche Bank. Bannon, according to Wolff, predicted, "They're going to crack Don Jr. like an egg on national TV. They're sitting on a beach trying to stop a Category 5. Trump isn't exactly disputing Wolff's reporting, nor has Bannon backed down from them. In a statement issued Wednesday, Trump blasted his former top advisor, saying in part, "Steve Bannon has nothing to do with me or my presidency." When he was fired, he not only lost his job, he lost his mind. Steve pretends to be at war with the media, which he calls the opposition party, yet he spent his time at the White House leaking false information to make himself seem far more important than he was. It is the only thing he does well. President Donald Trump on Wednesday castigated his former chief strategist Stephen K. Bannon as a self-aggrandizing political charlatan who has lost his mind, marking an abrupt and furious rupture with the one-time confidant that could have lasting political impact on the November midterms. Andorra. President Donald Trump on Wednesday castigated his former chief strategist Stephen K. Bannon as a self-aggrandizing political charlatan who has lost his mind, marking an abrupt and furious rupture with the one-time confidant that could have lasting political impact on the November midterms. Andorra. The fireworks almost certainly guarantee that the book will become a bestseller.